Bill Maher is once again proving how reactionary he is. The other day, he had a whole rant, his new rules, in which he basically just dumped on the idea of college as some kind of liberal invention. But of course, because it's a comedy show in the heaviest air quotes I can possibly muster, he is trying to spin this as somehow a really unique take. But I think I want a new segment on this show, which is going to be called Okay BooMaher, in which I talk about why Bill Maher is an out-of-touch boomer who should not have that show. So here's what he had to say about college.
A third of students now spend less than 5 hours a week studying, and when they do, it's for their onerous magnum cum bullshit course load of sports marketing, history through Twitter, advanced racist spotting, intro to microaggressions, and you owe me an apology 101.
Oh my God. By the way, that was the last, there's a show. So at the end of that, there's a shot of his guest, who is Chris Matthews, formerly of Hardball, Chris Matthews, who is just like, again, like every guest on Maher, is just kind of like uncomfortably laughing. Also, Chris Matthews, who lost his slot because he was like sort of serially sexually harassing some of the women who would come on his show. Anyway, the point is that, so, college students, all they learn about in college is racism and how to hate the white man. That is a reactionary right-wing take, y'all. Like, there is nothing unique about that. That is just what every single Republican around the country, from state legislatures to the federal level, have been talking about for months now. Oh, critical race theory. This is wrong. We should banish it from all schooling, right? Like, that is their talking point. There's nothing unique about that. Oh, you're so fragile because you believe that, the policing system is unjust, right? Like, it's again, super on brand Maher. And I just want to say, like, obviously, he goes into the critiques about college, right? It is overpriced, and he calls it a racket. I totally agree that college should not be a barrier to whether you are employed or employable or not. Obviously, we understand that even people with degrees are often struggling to find work, but it shouldn't be a referendum on college or higher learning. It's a referendum on why jobs that don't require a college degree should be better paid. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I understand that the healthcare system in this country is broken, right? It is also a racket, but I'm not going around going like, because like, who needs to go to the doctor, you elitist snob? Oh, you're going to get that mole checked out? Oh, you've got cancer. You're going to detect it at an early stage. No, nobody's saying that, obviously, but that's exactly what he's saying. He's throwing the entire baby out with the bathwater because, again, he is out of touch and reaching and clawing for any kind of unique take that is mostly just reactionary once again. He's totally not a liberal. He's not a leftist. He's not like unique and indifferent and interesting. And by the way, Bill Maher went to Cornell, you guys, one of the most elite universities in the entire country. That's where he went. Do you think that people who work on his show, do you think his writers, do you think his producers could get where they've gotten without a college degree? Is he hiring people who just submitted a packet, and like, no, they didn't go to Harvard and they didn't write for whatever satire newspaper? No. He has the same dumb barriers to entry, right? So once again, just like, do we need to really go into Maher? But this feels close to home for me because I am someone who believes in free college tuition, right? He goes on to dunk on that. Oh, free college tuition, you don't need that. That's some lib shit. What? Let me just remind y'all, and I've said this before in Newsbroke videos about anti-intellectualism. Authoritarians and fascists love anti-intellectualism. They don't want you to go get a college degree. They don't want you to think critically about anything. They want you to take like 2 months of civics and engagement in high school, most of which you were high through, and then send you out into the world so you can work at an Amazon packaging warehouse. That's it. Not saying that Amazon packaging warehouse job is not an okay job to have, but they should fucking pay people more for it. So anyway, supple minds are what authoritarians love. And Bill Maher is essentially jumping on that dumbass bandwagon like he always does, all the fucking time. Hey, thanks so much for watching the Bitchuation Room podcast live stream. And while you're here, why don't you just subscribe to this channel? I promise it'll be good. Promise.